What's good, y'all? It's your boy B Weeks 181, and I got a little science project here today. So I've been in a sustainable small farm management certificate. I'm taking the steps to get into working on a farm, establishing my own farm as an industrial hemp farmer. That's something that I think is really important to enter as a black person, just to change the stigma around this plant that has existed within our communities for thousands and thousands of years, and just being able to reintegrate that into our society's use in a sustainable way, but to also start to redistribute the wealth and the equity, or have more equity in the wealth that can be generated from this crop. So I've been really interested in it, and I've kind of been just like, okay, where do I go from here? What do I do? X, Y, Z, and I've just been looking into like alternative uses, not just in terms of like just CBD oil or just oil extracts in that aspect, because there's a really saturated market in that already. So, been listening to some podcasts, and it seems like grain and fiber are like some of the strongest or long term and also sustainable methods of utilizing hemp. So I just had a science project. So I've been looking at like little YouTube videos. There aren't any like real official videos, but there have been people processing hemp just at home with some tools that they have, and that's been cool to see. I'm like, yo, that's inspirational. I want to try it myself. So here I'm going to try this myself. So here I have hemp stalk. It's dried. I'm telling you, it's dry. Yes, my hands are dry as well because I just washed them and they got ashy. So everything's dry. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. But look, I got this hemp stalk, and what I'm going to do is just break it. That's what I've been told. Just watching the videos, just start to break it, and I'm gonna find a spot to start pulling the fibers away from the internal woody core. And so this is fiber right here. This outside, oh, is it gonna focus? Nope. Is it? I don't think it's gonna focus. No, it's not gonna focus. But either way, this outside part that I just pulled away from the woody core, this is essentially hemp fiber right here. And I'm just gonna keep pulling that off of this outer stem. And like I said, I don't know, I'm good just gonna try. Well, I've already kind of tried it, and I was like, yo, this is cool. I want to like do a video on it. So like this is the woody core, and I'm gonna keep pulling fiber off of it. It's getting thinner. This is cool. More hemp fiber. Like what? I was like, yo, I'm doing it for real. And like I said, this is just an experiment. This is in no way uh, an efficient method of processing hemp, because if you have acres and acres of hemp, it makes no sense whatsoever to sit here and pluck each stem one by one, especially if they're this small. Like I said, this is just something I was fortunate enough to come across and be able to use for my own scientific research purposes. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just pulling this off the outside, and skadoosh. Here we have hemp fiber in like its rawest form. So that's all this. That's all this stuff here. This is hemp fiber. Crazy, right? So what I've been seeing people do is like they have these tools, more so not tools, but it's like a wooden plank with a bunch of nails sticking up through it. They just be like just pulling the hemp fiber through the nails. I don't have a wooden plank or that many nails with me, but I said, I wonder if I can use these screws to replicate the process on a much smaller scale. And I did. So I'm gonna do that now. And like I said, this is an science experiment. So y'all are here watching this live with me. I'm like, put it back on the camera so we can see. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So yes, so all I'm doing is trying to get it together and hold it so I can pull it all together at once. So I'm gonna take the screw, hold it up against here, and just pull it through. And it's getting off a lot of just the woody excess on the fiber and just that extra stuff, and it's starting to become a lot softer. Like the really fine stuff is starting to stick to my finger, stick to the nail, the screw. I'm gonna flip it over, do the same thing with the other side. You see the stuff is just falling off, like that thicker, denser stuff. It's starting to separate, pulling off larger pieces. And I have another screw as well. So I'm going to put these together and kind of like pull it through both of the screws. Like I said, again, this is in no way an efficient way of processing hemp on a large scale. This is just like something I wanted to try just to see, oh, how efficient could this work, or just to give me some ideas. Because, you know, experimentation, you got to start with something small, and you're like, all right, bet, how can we scale this up? How can we make this a little bit bigger? So that's what I'm doing. So, skadoosh. Still pulling it through these screws. It gets a little bit difficult holding both screws at once. But essentially, we've gotten through or gotten rid of a lot of that thicker, like denser material. And this is like kind of refined hemp fiber. And there's some smaller pieces that have fallen as well. Go through a little bit more. And yeah, this is kind of cool, y'all. It's not kind of cool. This is really cool. Because, I don't know, it's just opening up more ideas for how, like, anybody farming hemp or anybody looking to get into the industry can start, you know, just working with the material on a small scale just to get more ideas and whatnot. So we have hemp fiber. This is fresh. It's not as thin or as pure or as small as it could be, but in a sense, we've broken it down from actually being on the stalk itself. So I'm just going to just spin this and yeah, to like kind of slowly pull it off, but still spin it and kind of make rope, a twine or whatnot. So this is, yeah, like I said, this is literally me just spinning the stuff that I pulled off of the stalk just now. Still some stuff left here. Start back out right here. Just keep spinning it. All right, and essentially, I have hemp cord. This is hemp cord. It's all right. So that part that I just put on wasn't really on tight because it wasn't wound with everything else. But I just spun some hemp fibers together with my hands using like a screw to just separate the fibers from one another. So I'm really trying to pull this. Like what, yo, dog. Like all right. So that last end part fell off. It's not breaking. This is literally just, y'all saw me. This is hand finger spun hemp fiber. Like, yo, what? Come on now. Come on now. Like, this is an industry waiting to be broken into. But hopefully broken into in a way that really can benefit a lot, as many communities that are underserved and under resourced as possible. So that's why me, as I said, as a black man, is seeking to enter this industry so I can help pave the way for others to access generational wealth and just to create more sustainable industries, because we only got one planet and we got to do our best to take care of it as we can. So it's your boy V Weeks 181 with some ashy hands, ashy knuckles, spinning hemp fiber by hand. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I just did this for fun, so hopefully it inspires something for y'all to do. I'm gonna definitely just create more ideas and try to innovate something new. Just try to do something. So hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.